What's going on, dudes? It's Chaos, and welcome to a new game called WarZ. This game has actually been out for quite a while. I've actually been playing this for quite a while. I just haven't really done any videos on it, so you can see right here, these are some of the characters that I put in. I've actually deleted a bunch of them, so I probably have about maybe a total of maybe like, I don't know, 30 hours or so put in over all the different characters that I've had and stuff like that. But this is a zombie apocalypse survival game. It's actually really cool. There's a giant open world. It's an MMO. It's only like 25 bucks or something like that, 25 to $30. It's pretty cheap, and I definitely recommend it. It's well worth the money, and it's a lot of fun, especially if you're playing with a bunch of friends and things like that. So it's actually pretty cool. But this is just the startup screen where you get to make your characters. So you got survivors, whatever, which are your characters and stuff like that. We'll go through this in just a second. A lot of you have probably already heard about this game, but this is basically just a run through for everybody who's new to it, and you know, just wants to know a little bit more about it. But so you got your survivors, and then you got marketplace, which is a bunch of different things that you can buy. So you got GC right here, which is like game credits, which you actually buy through the website of the game makers, and you can use that game credit to buy like different items here. And then when you kill zombies in game, they have a chance of dropping cash. So you pick that up or whatever, and you slowly accumulate. You can see right here I have like $1,189, which is actually not very much. I think they updated the cash, the drop rate of the money and stuff by the zombies, so hopefully we'll be able to get some more. But yeah, you can use it to buy like ammo for guns, and then you can use it to buy all kinds of different crazy stuff. So you can buy like hammers and a spiked bat with the game credits and different things like that. So it's actually really cool. So you go through here, and they've got just a bunch of different items that you can look at and you know, choose and put on your character and stuff like that. So you've also got food and stuff like that. All these things you can find in game. Actually, like pretty much, as far as I know, everything in the game you can, or everything in this marketplace you can find in the game, but I'm not exactly sure. So when I find out for sure about that, I'll let you guys know. But it's pretty cool. See, this is the backpack. This is like the biggest version of the backpack, which is really cool. So you got some pasta and cans of soup, all kinds of different crazy stuff, and then you got some different items here. Not really sure what these do. I guess it's for playing on hardcore mode, which we'll also get into in just a second. So, and then you also got some scopes and stuff, lasers for your guns. So that's pretty cool. But let's jump over here to survivors. You got community and stuff like that. They just let's see if we can go in here without it crashing. Oh, cool, they fixed it. But you can come in here and you can actually make clans now. They just updated it last week. A lot of new stuff going into it, so you can make clans and things like that with your friends, and you know, run around as a squad and stuff like that. And then you got your options and all that kind of stuff. And this game is kind of buggy for recording. At least I think it has something to do with some of the codecs on my computer, so I have to run it at medium while I'm recording. But while I'm not recording, I can run everything on high, so it's just really kind of weird for me right now. Hopefully I'll be able to get that fixed and put out some really high quality videos for you guys. But anyways, yeah, let's jump over here to survivors. So you can see right here, you got a bunch of different statistics and things like that for your survivors. So you got experience, which is 30. I survived for 4 hours and 8 minutes, and I think that's real time. The game time is a little bit faster. Right here it says I've killed 6 zombies, killed 0 bandits, and killed 1 civilian. Alignment is neutral, and the map is Colorado. So eventually I think they're going to be implementing more maps into this game, but right now it's just Colorado. And once we jump into the game, I can be able to show you the map and stuff like that. But it's huge, dude. It's awesome. But yeah, you go through here, whatever, you can see, you know, all the different 70 experience, 14 zombies. This is probably the one that I've played the most on, which I ended up getting killed by a bandit guy. Which is really annoying, but I lasted the longest on him, and I had 104 zombie kills, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, let's go here, and right here you can make your survivor's name. So we'll just do TDC since I've already made ThatDudeChaos and stuff like that. Actually, let's go TDChaos. There we go. And you got normal and hardcore mode, and I guess what the difference is between normal and hardcore mode is normal mode, your character can die and you can respawn after an hour wait time. I think you gotta wait like 1 hour in between deaths. So that's with the normal mode, but with the hardcore mode, if you die, and that character gets deleted. So it's basically like hardcore mode in Minecraft or something like that. You know, if you die, you lose the whole world and all your items. So that's definitely pretty interesting. I haven't played too much on this. Just kind of I don't see the point in it just yet. Since this game is still in early development or whatever, there's probably going to be a lot of really cool stuff going into this, but I just haven't messed with it yet. So we'll do continue. Oh, excuse me. And here is your character creation. They just implemented these new characters right here. These two came out, I think, the week before last, and these two female characters right here are the newest ones. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, so you actually got quite a few. When I first started playing, it was just these three, and then we started getting some more characters and stuff like that. So you can go through each one of them, and you know, you got different like hairstyles. There's not a lot of customization with these guys. You know, they've only got like a few, you know, set items that you can wear, and all that kind of stuff. You know, a few different shirts, a few pairs of pants. It's pretty cool. This is an ex-cage fighter. That's a gnarly mustache right there. I like that one. But and then a bright orange vest, which I don't recommend to anybody. And then yeah, so we're probably just gonna go. I'll click through each one of these guys so you can kind of just see what they look like. This guy's kind of old and he's cool. He's got glasses, leather jackets. Leather jackets. He's a real dude. Look at him. Look at him. He's a real dude. You got the hunter or huntress, I think they should call it. Just kind of, I don't know, your normal zombie survival chick. Average Joe, which is he's pretty average. The mechanic, I guess this is a new one. I haven't seen too much of this, so I guess she's kind of like the lollipop chainsaw character or something. I don't know. And then you got the rock and roller, which he has a ugly looking mohawk. I don't like it, but yeah. So yeah, we'll just go with the average Joe right here, and we'll just do this guy. I kind of like the beanie and stuff like that. We'll go with the smiley face. I dig the smiley face, and what kind of pants you got? We'll go with white camo. Look at that. That looks pretty good. But yeah, and then we'll go to create survivor. So it's going to create this guy or whatever. And then from here, when you're playing, you actually can find and collect items. So you can see on this guy, I actually have army helmet. I have one of the bigger backpacks, and I also have an M16, which is all stuff that you can find around the map. And I may jump on this guy and show you guys eventually like some of the different stuff that I have on this guy and the things that you can do like that. But you can actually just scavenge around the world, whatever, collecting supplies and things like that. And then if you get to a safe zone, which I'll show you in the map in just a little bit, you can get into your global inventory, which is this guy right here. So since this guy is new and hasn't been in the world yet, we can access our global inventory. And in here you can actually deposit your items, and they're safe. You can't really lose them unless they do a global inventory wipe, which they do every now and then, because there is a ton of hackers and stuff in this game, and it's really kind of annoying. Hopefully they'll fix this sooner or later, but as of right now, there's just not much you can do about it. People duplicate guns or duplicate ammo, and just like, you know, go in and just kill people for no good reason. So but yeah, you can see this is kind of some of the stuff that I've collected and things like that. So you got a bunch of flashlights and a couple baseball bats and a few masks here and there. So yeah, but anyways, just for the sake of this video, we're just gonna go in with like just pretend like we have nothing. And we actually have a chance of spawning with some water and a little bit of food and maybe a flashlight, but for the most part we're going to have to scavenge for like you know, medicine and things like that to keep our health up and keep our food and everything up. And then yeah, so anyways, let's go ahead and we'll jump in and play game, and then we'll do a browse server. I'm just going to find one that's kind of low populated just for right now, because like I said, there is a lot of hackers and people are ruthless in this game, man. It's kind of annoying, but you know, I guess that's kind of the whole point, is you just got to kind of watch your back and do all that kind of stuff. So it is a lot of fun, but it can get kind of, I don't know, tedious at times. Okay, so we're just going to kind of browse through here, and I'm actually going to pick a server real quick, and then I will jump into the recording, because for whatever reason, whenever I try to record going in from the server list to the actual game, something happens. Like I said, I think my codecs are kind of messed up, and it'll actually crash the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording, and once we get into the world, I'll pick the recording back up. Okay, so we're actually in the game right now. It is nighttime, and I apologize, it is so dark. The server has its own time and things like that. I think it's like a couple hours of nighttime and then a couple hours of daytime. So I'm going to do some post editing before I render this out for YouTube to brighten it up a little bit, so hopefully you'll be able to see what's going on. But anyways, it looks like we spawned in a safe zone, which is kind of good for a video that we're making right now. But anyways, let's see where we are on the map. Right now we are in Castle Pine Settlement. Like I was saying about the safe zones, is these red circled areas right here at the north, east, and south. And in these zones, you can't be killed. You can't fire. Well, I say you can't be killed. I think if somebody is outside, like with a sniper or something, they could snipe inside and kill you, which is what a lot of douchebags like to do. It's really frustrating. But in these safe zones, you can't fire your weapon or anything like that, and it also allows you to deposit your items into global inventory. So let's say you find a really cool gun like up here, you can bring it to one of these safe areas like that, and then you can deposit it into the global inventory, and you can take that that item out on any one of your characters that are close to I think they can either be close to a not a pawn shop, but a post office, or if they're in one of the safe zones and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. You can also stock up on food and supplies, so when you start a new character, you know, you can give them some extra water, extra food, and things like that. But this is the map. And I apologize if you can't, this is kind of blurry for me. I'm not exactly sure if you guys can see this or not. Hopefully you can. But anyways, you got like Pleasant Valley down here, a bunch of different areas and things like that. And this area of the map right here, this kind of northwest region, is actually all brand new. I've never even been up here. From where it was, like right here is Boulder City, which is one of the main big cities in this map. Is like just an abandoned city. Basically from here, pretty much this giant area right here, this was all closed off, and so all we had was this to play in. And so I kind of figured this is where all the people are at right now, since this is just like brand new. Yeah, so anyways, we spawned down here in Castle Pine Settlement. I'm trying to think of a good place to go. We may go check out Pleasant Valley over here. I know there's some good spawns and stuff over there. Actually, we know we're going to go north up here, and then we're going to hit this highway and see what's up there. But yeah, so anyways, let's just go back to game, and let's see. The different controls, this is WASD to move. You have sprint to, or shift to sprint, and then you got control to crouch. There's basic, your basic controls really. And then you got C to go third person if you want to, which I can't stand playing in. If I'm just running around and things like that, I don't mind playing in this, but for the most part, I like playing first person. So, but anyways, and then you also got Z to prone, so that's pretty cool if you want to hide in some bushes and things like that. But yeah, so let's take a look at our map one more time. So we need to go this way and get on the other side of town. And this is I guess the Castle Pine Settlement, which is a safe zone. There's not much here. And actually, I think eventually I'll show you guys this too. So here's your inventory. This is what it looks like. So you got a secondary weapon, primary. You can also find body armor and helmets and things like that. And this is a small backpack, which gives us 8 slots to use. So it's not very big, but you see you can find bigger backpacks, and you can upgrade even bigger and hold more things. So that's pretty cool. The map, like you guys already saw, and there's missions, which they don't do anything yet, but I'm kind of hoping that once this game comes out, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff like around here. We can pick up missions and stuff like that, and the safe zones are like different cities and towns, and then you know, we can get some experience and, you know, get rewarded with items and things like that. I think would be really awesome. So hopefully we'll be able to do that soon. So if you guys can see up here in the top right corner, my frames are just kind of spazzing out. I think it has to do just because it's so dark, but hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. But alright, so I'm not too worried about getting blasted in the face by other players or anything like that, just since we started off with nothing. You know, it's just kind of a waste of their bullets, and I don't mind letting these douchebags waste bullets on me. So you can see we got a global inventory or global chat and stuff over here. But I don't know, it just depends. So you see we got a couple of players. Press tab to see the players, things like that. So this one is a very low populated server right now. There's not very many people on it, so I'm really not worried about running into anybody. But it will happen sooner or later, so just be prepared for when I die and spaz out and get pissed and shit like that. So that's kind of annoying, but you know, what can you do? Like I really was saying, that's kind of part of the fun and things like that, is just kind of having to sneak around. And you know, if you're running with like a big squad of people and things like that, it's really not that big a deal. But you know, if you're just kind of by yourself and things like that, you just kind of really sneak around. And you know, just be careful about what you do. And going into the big cities, obviously, I see there's another person right there. So I don't know, hopefully of the 3-4 people that are in here, we'd run into somebody here, so that's kind of figures. And we'll see if we can get out of here. We'll type in friendly. See what he says. Making video. It's kind of awkward to find people. It's like, I don't know. There's just, it's such a big area or whatever, and it's just kind of strange that you can just run into people so easily. So, but yeah, we'll see. You can hear the footsteps and stuff like that. That means that there's somebody close to you. Places that people can go or like explore and things like that. Like different houses and stuff. There's you know, just a lot of noise. Like you see, like it wasn't making noise when we stepped on the ground, but as soon as we step on something where players can go and like hide and perch up on, you can hear a noise, and you can actually hear that from quite a ways. So that is kind of handy, just a heads up. So if you're exploring some areas and you hear footsteps, it's not you and it's not zombies. So alright, so this guy's taking off, and let's see, we'll kind of go the opposite way. It looked like he didn't really have anything on him, so I think he was just starting off as well. So I'm not too worried about doing anything. He said he was friendly, but I've been shot by people that said they were friendly too, so just keep that in mind when you're playing. But alright, so let's switch back over to first person, and then we're going to start taking it off over here, and then hopefully we can go find some loot and stuff like that to show you guys around. And man, I do apologize, it's so dark. I kind of forgot about the nighttime on the servers and things like that. I would have kind of adjusted my time of recording, but next time we play, I'll definitely make sure it's daytime so you guys can actually see what's going on. So this guy over here has a flashlight. You can see there's kind of a light in front of him. Flashlights are definitely a very easy way to give your position up. Like if you're trying to hide or anything like that, a flashlight is just definitely not something you want to have pulled out, especially if there's a well-populated server, if there's a lot of people and things like that, a lot of bandits, or a lot of hackers and things like that. So, but yeah, as you can see, it's real easy to spot, and you can tell that there's somebody over there, which is never fun. But the flashlight also does act as a weapon. So you can find baseball bats like you saw in my inventory, and you can also find hammers. Hammers are 3-shot kills. I believe bats are 4-shot kills, and I think flashlights are like 6 to 8 shots to the head. With the zombies and stuff, you actually have to aim for the head. You can't just hit their bodies and expect them to fall over dead. You actually have to hit them in the head. Otherwise, they just won't. They won't die. They'll just keep coming at you. But yeah, so I mean, you can definitely, you know, that's the guy that we just followed from the safe zone and stuff like that. But you can definitely tell that, you know, there's somebody there. But then again, I do I play this game very cautiously. Like I tend to kind of just like I crouch everywhere I go. Once I get into a city and stuff like that, I'm always crouching, and you know, I'm just always kind of just taking things very easy, and you know, I'm not too worried about, you know, doing anything. So this guy, I think, is getting kind of paranoid. He's just kind of looking around. I want to follow him, but I don't want to make him nervous because I don't like being followed in this game either. So, alright, let's check our map, see where we're going. Let's see if we can get up here. It kind of looks like he's headed up to the same area we are, so maybe I kind of want to branch off and go this way. Let's see if we can get into a town. Yeah, but with this recent update that they just did last week, I think they improved the zombie AI and stuff like that. I've seen a couple of videos of some people playing, and it used to be the zombies were kind of dumb. You know, it's like they would make a lot of noise and things like that. You could kind of sneak past them and, you know, not have too much to worry about with the zombies. And really, the zombies are not a main threat in this game. Like I was saying, it's the other people that play. It's just people just get in the mindset as like, oh, well, we got some really cool guns and things like that. Let's just go out and kill people. Which, like I said, it's fine. The PvP and stuff like that, you know, they put it in the game for a reason, so it's gonna be there. But I do feel like it would be really cool if people kind of just, you know, banded together and say, you know, it was like, well, there's some good loot, you know, up north or whatever, if you feel like going to check it out and things like that, you know, just kind of give you tips more so than, you know, just murdering you and just taking your can of soup or a couple bottles of water from you and stuff like that. I just, you know, I feel it's kind of pointless. And I try, when I'm running around with my squad and stuff like that, we tend not to kill people unless they pose a threat to us. Like if they, you know, if they pull their guns and stuff like that and kind of, you know, they've been following us for a while, or they don't answer back in the chat, and different things like that. So that's just kind of how I look at it. If you pose a threat, we're going to take you out before you take us out. But, you know, if you don't have anything, if you really don't, or you aren't messing with us, we ain't going to mess with you. So that's my whole outlook, but not everybody sees it that way. So I kind of want to follow the main road, but I don't want to get too close because that is kind of where people tend to look when they're traveling through areas. And, I guess let's just start sprinting over here. But sprinting is good for these open areas and stuff, but you get into like a city and stuff like that, you just do not want to sprint because it'll aggro so many zombies. And like a zombie one-on-one, was, like I was saying, is not really that big of a threat, but if you start getting swarmed by zombies, it definitely can be a lot to handle. So you just want to be kind of careful around the big cities and where there's a lot of zombies. And you'll be able to hear the zombies from like a mile away, so there's no worries with that. But yeah. Alright, so let's head up this hill. There should be a town, or not a town or something. Should be something fairly close. This guy right here, I think this is Sleepy something, Sleepy Hill. But we'll head up here and see what we can get. But this game is actually, it's really pretty for as cheap as it is, and for being a massive you know, MMO and stuff like that. The world looks really good. You know, up close the textures really aren't the best. They don't look like that great, but you know, it's not Skyrim great or anything. But I think the sky looks pretty good, you know, and the trees, and the sound is probably really what makes this game. There's some scary ass music and sound and stuff like that in this game, and I tend to jump more times than anything, so it definitely is kind of rough playing with headphones on. So alright, so yeah, also going over the GUI and stuff like that. If you can see down in the bottom left, we have a the red guy in the middle is our health, and that'll slowly drain from head to toe once we get hurt and things like that. And then the one on the left, you can see there's a little like knife and fork or something. That is our hunger bar, and then the one on the right is like a little cup with a water drop, and that's our thirst bar. So we have to stay on top of our hunger and our thirst, because if they get both, if one of them or both of them get fully depleted, we'll start losing health, which I don't think you can actually die from, but it definitely, like getting hit by a zombie, it doesn't take but a couple hits of the zombie to hit you to kill you. So you know, if you're already like, you know, a quarter health or something from starving to death, you know, all it's going to take is one shot from the zombie. So you got to be kind of careful and stay on top of that stuff. So that's pretty cool. I like that kind of aspect in these games. It's like survival. So alright, man, this is taking forever. And the map is huge. Let me see. You know, we started up here. We've been playing for like almost 30 minutes now. Well, I say 30 minutes, probably like 20. And you know, we still got a ways to go. So we got our jump bar, our space bar, and then up in the top right, if you can see, there's a little eye with the red bar, and a little ear with a little red bar. That's basically how visible we are and how noisy we are. So you can see we're standing still right now. We're just kind of visible and we're making no noise. But if we start moving forward, we're very visible and we're making a little bit of noise. We can prone. Let's see here. We prone and we can move around. We make no noise at all. We're not moving. Make just a little bit of noise. But it's like next to nothing. And then we can crouch and it'll lower these guys a little bit too. So that's kind of more so for zombies. I've kind of noticed, like with other players and things like that, it's a little bit harder for you to see them, especially if they're crouching and moving like really slow and stuff like that. It's pretty hard to see people, so you gotta kind of really stay on top of it. And you can find binoculars and stuff in the game. Like right now, I'm just using the right mouse button You can click in and you can kind of zoom in and get a little bit better view, and it helps a lot when you have binoculars. So if you ever find binoculars, it's definitely a good thing to have. Okay, so we're almost there. You can kind of see up here. I know I've been to this town before, so I kind of know where it is. But it's up here and just right around the corner. But hopefully we don't run into anybody, and hopefully we don't have to mess with too many zombies because we don't have a weapon right now. Probably should have given my dude at least a flashlight or something, but it's okay. Most of the time you do start with a flashlight though. Like when you start a new character, you end up you start off with, like I was saying, you start off with some goodies and things like that, some food and water and stuff, and you'll start off with a flashlight more than anything, which comes in really handy because it sucks when you don't have anything and you have just no way of defending yourself. But I'm kind of hoping, like, when the game finally comes out, you'll have some sort of self-defense or something like that, you know, just like whether it's just like punching or something like that, you know, just something to be able to defend yourself when you just start off and you have nothing. So because that would do like no good against a player and things like that, especially if they had a weapon. You know, they could take you out a lot faster than you could them, but it would at least give you a fighting chance against zombies. So okay, alright, so we're getting close. We're gonna sprint the rest of the way and see if we can get over there a little bit faster. And then you got a sprint bar too, which is down in the bottom left. Once it gets all the way over to the top right side, or I guess the top middle over there, is when we run out of sprint. But I always kind of recommend just like keeping about half your sprint filled. You know, you can use half of it to just kind of run around and, you know, get from place to place. But then you can use the other half of it to get away from zombies and other players and stuff like that. Alright, so you can see up there, there's a house and stuff like that. I think this is a place called, I think it's called Sleepy Crest. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, it's kind of blurry. But I really don't think there's too much good stuff in here. I know, like, all the really good weapon spawns really are like in this area right here, or in Boulder City. I think there's also a couple spots down here. This is the airport, the Ridgeway Airport. A lot of good stuff spawns there, but it's also pretty much like wherever the good spawns are. Boulder City, Campos, the airport. There's a few places up here, but pretty much where the good weapon spawns are, there's a lot of people. That's just kind of what they do. But yeah, so you can see there's a ton of zombies, and we have nothing to defend ourselves with, so we're gonna get a little bit closer, and then we're gonna start kind of sneaking around. But yeah, as you can hear right now, the noises and stuff like that. If you're playing by yourself and not recording a video, it can definitely get a little nerve-wracking. The scary thing too is the zombies lay down on the ground. Like most of them are just up and walking and things like that, but there's also some that just lay on the ground, and they like to lay in the grass, like in this area right here. And so that makes it very difficult to see. And then if you just kind of just run past them and things like that, they can kind of get the jump on you. But alright, so for the most part we can kind of just cruise around the outside here. But you can also hear them too, so you know they're quite a ways away here. They're not super close, and we can kind of run around without aggroing them. But they're very loud. You can hear these guys like crazy. And that way you know that they're there, and you don't have to, you know, go in that direction that you're hearing. So we got one right there. They're just kind of sneaking up on us. Oh, there's the noise again. That noise, it gets me every time. But let's see if we can sneak over here. I want to kind of sneak because I don't know if these guys are just going to chill or do what. But because they tend to turn and just walk in random directions. More times than anything, it seems like they just turn and walk into a random direction towards me, see? Like if we were walking over there, she would have walked right into us. But hopefully we can get over here and, oh, looks like we're kind of trapped. because there's one right there on the inside of the fence. If we get up and try to jump over, it's gonna just freak out on us. Let's see if we can kind of move our way up the hill a little bit. See if this one will walk back. And then we can get into this farm and see what's going on. Maybe we can just sneak past this one too. Hopefully we can. But you'll know when you aggro one because they make a lot of different noises and they sound very aggressive. Like a wild animal. Alright, so I think we're past this one. I think we can get in right over here. We can jump over the fence. But I do kind of want to keep an eye open because they're everywhere, man. Zombies literally are everywhere. And like I said, it wouldn't be that big a deal if we had a hammer or a bat or anything like that. I would literally probably just take them on. At least probably just one at a time. But since we just don't have anything right now, we gotta kind of be really sneaky. And I think oh man, they're so loud now. I think they updated the sounds and stuff too. But next time we play, I'll give myself a bat or a hammer, a flashlight or something, some sort of weapon, and then I'll show you guys taking out a zombie. Unless we find something in here. Man, they're loud. Listen to this. So what is this? This little green or purple thing right here. This is something we can pick up. So instant oatmeal. See, this guy spotted us. And hopefully we can lose this guy, but they're gonna run around all the way around the fence. They're actually fairly smart as far as like trying to find the fastest way to get to you. So we'll let these guys get a little bit closer and then we'll jump back over. But so you hear the noises they're making? It's definitely a lot more intense than just them making their normal noises. So let's just jump in here. We'll just kind of do a quick run and see if we can find anything. They're all aggroed on us. There's some coconut water. Don't really need any of that. I just wanted to try to find a weapon. But no weapons. But yeah, you can see these guys, they're jumping on us, man. We got a horde behind us now. So we gotta be careful. We could jump on the car and things like that, and they couldn't get us. But, oh my gosh, they're all around us! Oh, look at them all. Oh, that's so many zombies. They really increased the range of these guys. Alright, so we gotta try to get away from them. I think we can lose them eventually, but it does take some time. Oh man! Oh my gosh, look at them all. It's a zombie Congo. Oh, we gotta get out of here. We gotta be careful about my sprint too, because I'm about to run out of it. Alright, so I think we lost some of them, if not all of them. Or maybe we just got far enough away. Oh, that's so many zombies. Alright, so we need to find some sort of weapon. I think if we just kind of keep running, let's just use up the rest of our sprint here. If we die, we die, no big deal. I'm not that worried about it. Let's just run up this way so you can kind of see we're out of sprint and stuff now. These guys just don't give up. I guess that'd be one nice thing about being dead is you just don't get tired. Okay, there you go. We finally lost them. Man, now would be a good time to go back in the city, though. Ooh, let's go back in there. Now that everybody's out here, we can sneak in. We shouldn't have any problems with zombies. Because I'm pretty sure we passed up. I know we passed up like some food and supplies and stuff. But I was kind of wondering if there was a weapon or anything. I know some of the zombies probably went back. But that is like... So what is that? That's like 10 zombies or something right there. So I mean that's a lot less for us to have to deal with. And they'll slowly start to work their way back over, but we really won't have to worry about it too much. And it is getting about morning time, so you can see the sky is a little bit lighter, things like that. So it's pretty good. It'll be daytime. Like I said, next time I record, I'll make sure that it's daytime and we won't have to worry about oh, look, all the rest of the zombies and stuff are chilling there. Or at least some of them are. Sweet. So that means there might be like next to no zombies in the city. Or this little village over here. And like I said, you can be kind of casual as far as like your free move and stuff like that, you know, not crouching or not sprinting. 'Cause I mean, we're not too far away from these guys, but we're also not super close, so we're not going to aggro them from just moving around. But if we started sprinting and sprinted a little bit closer to these guys, we'd definitely aggro them, and we don't want that. So, definitely a bad move. Alright, so we got one there. He's breathing pretty heavy. Alright, so let's start crouching. I don't want to aggro this guy. I guess it wouldn't be so bad, it's just the one, but I really kind of want to sneak in here and see what we can get. Alright, dude, that's good. Walk away. Walk away. So I really want to check this. Oh gosh, what's going on? There's a weird glitch. This game is still very buggy. Like I said, it's in very early development. I'm pretty sure it's still an alpha. So there's a lot of bugs and stuff like that. So we got a can of soda. That goes for a liquid for us to drink and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I think there's cans of soda. There's energy drinks, a bunch of other stuff. So, alright, not too much there. Let's head over here into this area. So you'll kind of see me playing every now and then. I'll press tab a lot. That's just kind of lets me keep an eye on how many people are in here, or in the server or whatever. Because the more people, obviously, the more chances of me running into somebody are. And that's just kind of a habit of me playing on pretty populated servers and stuff with my friends. We just kind of keep an eye on how many people are in, and you know, keep an eye for like familiar names and things like that. People, bandits and shit like that. So. Alright, so there's some water. Water's obviously the best thing to have as far as for thirst. And definitely it'll keep you the most hydrated and make your thirst last the longest. There's a granola bar, which gives us a little bit of food. Not much though. Can of pasta. Can of pasta is actually really good. It's really filling. Gives you a lot of your food bar back. And I think it also, that's actually a can of soup. If you find a can of soup is really good too, because it fills your hunger bar and your thirst bar at the same time, which is really handy. So, alright, got some coconut water. We got a juice. We got a juice here. It looks like there's not much over here. They put all this stuff in here. I guess it's just like a troll by these guys, but it's just like a bunch of food and stuff for you, but you can't use it. It just sits there, which is kind of frustrating. But alright, let's sneak over this way. I don't think there's any zombies over here. This is where we started off, so pretty sure we aggroed all the zombies that were in this area, and they're all just still chilling over there. Alright, so there's something here. An energy drink. So that's pretty much it. This is a pretty small village or little area right here. There's quite a few bigger places and like that. Hopefully the next episode we'll be able to get into some. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for today's episode. So I hope you guys really enjoyed. I have a lot of fun playing this game, and I really want to start making a lot of videos on this for you guys, especially when we get into some of the higher level gameplay with weapons and things like that, taking out a bunch of zombies, maybe even going up against some bandits and stuff like that. So we'll just have to see. But anyways, hit that like button for me down below, subscribe if you haven't already, because we're going to be doing a lot more stuff, WarZ and a bunch of other games and stuff like that. So you guys need to stay subscribed to be on the be up to date with everything that's going on. But anyways, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Alright, peace.